Hello, I'm Matthew Tambaya, the creator of FastMath. In this video, I will show you how to multiply large numbers mentally without counting zeros, and I will teach you this in less than 5 minutes. If this video is too fast for you, I have another longer video which explains this method in more detail. Okay, 5 minutes starting now. Try doing the calculation 60 million times 3,000 in your head. 3, 2, 1. Do you have the answer? If not, use pen and paper. 3, 2, 1. Okay, time's up. Calculations like this come up frequently in business where you might need to calculate revenue or profit. Now I'll show you a super fast way to calculate the answer. I started teaching this method in 2013 at leading business schools like Wharton and Harvard Business School. And now leading consulting firms like McKinsey, BCG, and Bain teach this method to their consultants. Watch closely, it will be so fast it will seem like magic. I'm going to write the calculation using the abbreviations M for million and K for thousand. These values are called units of magnitude. So 60 million becomes 60M and 3,000 becomes 3K. Next, we multiply the numerical portions, which are the numbers before the abbreviations. 3 times 60 equals 180. Next, we multiply the units of magnitude. What is a million times 1,000? Well, a million times 1,000 is a billion, which we abbreviate with B. That is, a billion is 1,000 millions. And guess what? We just combine these elements to get the answer of 180 billion. As I like to say, look, Mom, no counting zeros. We just multiply the numerical portions. 60 times 3 equals 180, and the units of magnitude, million times 1,000 equals billion, and combine these results. If you write this calculation with all the zeros, you'd have this. And the result is this, which is 180 billion. Even interpreting this result visually is difficult. Another example, 30 million times 8,000. Using abbreviations, this is 30M times 8K. 30 times 8 equals 240, and million times 1,000 is, we learned before that million times 1,000 is a billion. So the answer is 240 billion. This method is called no-zero multiplication because there's no counting zeros. If you like this method, then subscribe to the channel so you'll be notified when I post new videos with more fast math calculation methods. Or like this video, or share this video with friends. In more detail, we have these units of magnitude with unit abbreviation, unit name, and unit value. K is the abbreviation for 1,000, which is 10 to the third. K comes from kilo, which in the metric system means 1,000. K meaning 1,000 is the most important thing in this video. M for million, which is 10 to the 6th, B for billion, which is 10 to the 9th, and T for trillion, which is 10 to the 12th. Each abbreviation is the first letter of the unit name, except K is the abbreviation for 1,000 from kilo, since we use T for trillion. Notice that the exponent of 10 increases by 3 with each larger unit. So the exponents are 3, 6, 9, and 12. There is a fixed ratio between unit values of 1,000, which is 10 to the third, and which we abbreviate with K, which is called the unit ratio. Quick review of the exponent addition property. 10 to the third times 10 to the third equals 10 to the 3 plus 3 equals 10 to the 6th. Using abbreviations, 1,000 times 1,000 equals million, or more generally, 10 to the A times 10 to the B equals 10 to the A plus B. When you multiply values, you add exponents. This means that multiplying a unit by 1,000, which is 10 to the third, and which we abbreviate with K, increases the exponent by 3, which takes us to the next larger unit, meaning each unit value is 1,000 times the prior unit value. So starting at 1,000 and multiplying by 1,000, you get million. So K times K equals M. Similarly, million times 1,000 equals billion, and billion times 1,000 equals trillion. When I read an equation with unit abbreviations like this out loud, I will generally say the full unit name. So I would say this as 1,000 times 1,000 equals million. I may read unit abbreviations as K or M out loud to indicate specifically what is written. To summarize, multiplying by 1,000 or K changes the unit to the next larger unit, which I call promoting the unit. These are the 3 key equations. Here are proofs of these equations. The simplest way to understand this is that these unit values are just powers of 1,000 or powers of K. The exponent of 1,000 increases by 1 with each larger unit. Again, there is a fixed ratio between unit values of 1,000, which is called the unit ratio. So multiplying by 1,000 promotes the unit to the next larger unit. And the unit values are whole number powers of 1,000. Simplifying further, removing the scientific notation column, and simplifying even further. To learn this, forget trillion for now. First learn that K equals 1,000. The most important facts to learn are that 1,000 times 1,000 equals million, and 1,000 times million equals billion. You'll get a lot of value from just these two facts. Another example, 3k times 4k. 3 times 4 equals 12. For units, we have 1,000 times 1,000. Looking here, 1,000 times 1,000 equals million. So the result is 12 million. Here's how to learn this. First, learn the unit sequence, KMBT. Use the mnemonic, kick my big toe. 1,000, million, billion, trillion. Again, K is for 1,000. And multiplying by 1,000 just promotes the unit to the next larger unit, because the fixed ratio between unit values is 1,000. We learned these two facts. We have one more essential equation. 1,000 times billion equals trillion. And one last equation. What is million times million? A million is 1,000 times 1,000. So we multiply a million by 1,000 twice. Million times 1,000 equals billion, and billion times 1,000 equals trillion. So million times million equals trillion. That was almost under 5 minutes. These are the essential equations for no-zero multiplication. It's pretty simple when distilled to the essential concept. If you like the no-zero multiplication method, then please like this video. I'm also working on a number of new FastMath resources to teach mental math and simpler ways to perform numerical calculations and solve practical quantitative problems that I think will help a lot of people. So subscribe to the channel if you want to be notified about these new videos, and be sure to click the bell icon so you get all notifications. In addition, please share this video with friends who you think will want to learn no-zero multiplication. And if you want to explain no-zero multiplication directly to friends or colleagues, then please provide attribution to this video and to FastMath. There are also a number of free FastMath business calculation resources. If you want a more detailed explanation of no-zero multiplication, I created a longer YouTube video which goes at a more moderate pace, so you'll have more time to absorb the concepts, and which explains no-zero multiplication in further depth. This was the 5-minute version. Link is in the description. We have an online course called Fast Mental Math for Business, and the basic version is free. This course teaches mental math and efficient numerical calculation methods, and covers the most important business calculation concepts and formulas, such as break-even and profitability calculations, market sizing, compound growth, and valuation methods. The calculation methods are taught with practical examples commonly arising in business, consulting, finance, and entrepreneurship, and the course covers quantitative interview preparation for these fields. You should sign up for the course if you work in business, or want to work in business and are preparing for job interviews, or just want to understand how business people approach quantitative decision making. The basic version is free and includes all the calculation methods. We also offer a professional version, which has extensive calculation drills and more detailed explanations, and which has a 1-week free trial period. Links are in the description. I also created a fast formula sheet for business calculation, which has the most important formulas and equations for business calculation, all in one page, and which is available for free. Link is in the description. Those resources are all free. If you want further practice on no-zero multiplication, then sign up for the 2-hour no-zero multiplication and division workshop. Any new concept or method requires extensive practice to fully master. This workshop uses on-demand video instruction, like this video, to walk you through a simple, step-by-step process to learn no-zero multiplication, so that you will be able to use no-zero multiplication quickly and correctly for both mental and written calculations automatically without thinking about it. The 2-hour workshop also teaches no-zero division, which uses a similar method to divide by large numbers in a similar step-by-step manner. I start with the basics and build your skills incrementally. I also give you 2 simple and powerful mnemonics to remember how to use no-zero multiplication and division, and provide you with numerous printable calculation drills with guided solutions, as well as online interactive calculation drills, so that you can fully master no-zero multiplication and division in only 2 hours. I created the no-zero multiplication method, which is now being taught at leading business schools and consulting firms around the world. And these calculation drills reflect how I practiced and mastered no-zero multiplication. All resources are provided in a self-paced, on-demand course that is available online at any time and from any place with just an internet connection. So if you understood the concept of no-zero multiplication, but don't feel like you can use the method naturally and want more practice, or you want to learn no-zero division, or you want a more detailed explanation of no-zero multiplication, then sign up for the 2-hour no-zero multiplication and division workshop. Link is in the description. I'm also working on additional fast math resources. If you want to improve your mental math and numerical calculation skills for standardized tests like the SAT, GMAT, or GRE, or for academic courses, I'm working on a new course called Fast Mental Math for Standardized Tests. So enter your email address to be notified when this course is ready. There will be a free version. If you're a parent and you're interested in learning how to better teach math to your children or want a mental math resource for your kids, I'll be launching a course called Fast Mental Math for Parents and Kids, and I will also be offering live classes. So enter your email address to be notified about new Fast Math resources for parents and kids. Links for these are in the description. The key takeaway is that Fast Math is different from traditional math education resources. Fast Math teaches practical skills like mental math, one of the most important skills in business, as well as practical numerical calculation and quantitative problem-solving skills, rather than purely theoretical math that doesn't have real-world applications. The emphasis of Fast Math is efficient numerical calculation and making decisions based on numerical results, so it should really be called fast calculation. And Fast Math emphasizes business calculation. Fast Math has a completely different approach to teaching math and an entirely different curriculum and problem-solving methodology from traditional math courses. So if this is interesting to you and you want to be notified about new Fast Math resources, then sign up for the general Fast Math newsletter and email list. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. And remember, keep calculating!